Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us today for this information session about this year's student election. First of all, I'd like to do an acknowledgement of country. The Tasmanian University Student Association, or TUSA, operates across Lutruwita, Tasmania, and the Eora Nation. We acknowledge with deep respect the traditional owners of both of these lands, the Palawa and Gadigal Wangal peoples. So, to start the night, I'll start with introducing who we are. TUSA, obviously. So we are the peak representative body for UTAS students. We've been around since 1899. In fact, we just celebrated our 125th birthday, so we're kind of old. Our main work primarily revolves around advocating for student rights and working to enhance the student experience, making sure that you have the best experience possible at uni. Within TUSA, we have the State Council, which is the governing body made up of elected student representatives. So these are the roles that are going for election. These student reps are your voice in university decision-making and ensuring that the concerns and the need of the broader student body are heard. So what exactly is TUSA and what does the State Council do? We do a lot of stuff, but if I were to group it down, our work mainly falls into three main areas. So the first one is we have the State Council that focus on student representation. So these are, surprise, surprise, the positions that are going for a nomination. The State Council represent you on various university committees, influence decision on policies, services, and resources. They talk to the university and represent the student voice pretty much. And they're all elected students that get elected every year. TUSA-wise, we do support and services. So we have a student advocacy team, which helps students with academic and welfare issues. We have a student legal service in case you ever need legal help. And we also have a food hub, which provides a kind of like a free pantry initiative for students in need. At the moment, this is a service that's just based in Sandy Bay, but we're looking to expand this as well. We also offer support for our student clubs and societies. We have about 80 plus of them. This is statewide, and they run events on a weekly basis, and we support them along the way. We also run Clubs and Societies Day, which is probably the biggest event of the year, or one that you have to go. And we are also heavily involved in orientation activities. Yeah, we organize a range of activities, workshop, and social events throughout the year, all aimed at making sure that you get everything that you need from your university experience, which is one of our student promises, as well as helping you connect with other students. We're very independently run. We're separate to the university, and we get funded from SAF, a portion of the SAF, which is the Student Service and Amenities Funding. And now I'm gonna give the floor to Liam to talk more about the student election.
So understanding the student elections. So let's talk about student elections. So we have annual elections held every September, and they're commissioned in every August to elect the State Council representatives, of which there was 8 in 2024, and there will be 9 in 2025. And these positions include President, General Secretary, Equity President, undergraduate and postgraduate education, and Southern, Northern, Cradle, and Rozelle campus presidents. And the purpose of the student elections is to ensure student representation in TUSA and university decisions. So these are democratically elected. Every student in the university has the opportunity to vote. Obviously, not every student will, but we try to ensure as many students do as possible to ensure that their voices are heard in our decision making. And it is to empower students to influence priorities and operations. So why should you run for a position? Well, firstly, this is your chance to make a difference. It's to have a direct impact on student life and university decisions and policies that affect your everyday, but also the students all around you every day. And a big part is actually making the student experience for the next generation better than what we had as our generation. That's probably the biggest thing about being on State Council. Sometimes you don't see the benefits of what you do until after you leave. It's not you that reaps the rewards, but it's actually the next generation. Secondly, it's to gain experience. Leadership, governance, and communication skills, all great things to have on your CV going into the future. These sorts of things of sitting on university committees, having the opportunities to sit on boards. These are the sort of things that set you far and ahead of a lot of other people when it comes to trying to seek work in the workforce, and really can set you up for life and put you in the sort of situations that, you know, otherwise in life it may take you 10 years to get the same sorts of experiences. Thirdly, it's that networking and community. It's to expand your professional network within the university, and also outside of the university. A lot of the people we meet are outside of the university. The connections that you make there are really important. You know, all of us live and study, or a lot of us live and study in Tasmania, except Roselle and online students, of course. And we all know that in Tasmania, it's not what you know, it's who you know. So that importance of networking is really helpful when it comes to actually leaving university as well. And finally, compensation. So all state council members do receive an honoraria for your time and effort. It's not, you know, it's not going to make you a millionaire, but it is nice to help support you along with your studies and to help you get through your degree somewhat. So how can you get involved? Well, the process is pretty simple. Firstly, you just nominate yourself. There's key dates all on our website. Our elections page on our website has all the information you could possibly need to have. You just go through, nominate. It's all pretty simple. There's an opportunity to join as part of a ticket. A lot of people run it as tickets, or what you may see in like state or local politics or federal politics as parties. We call them tickets at a student level. There's opportunities to run together with your friends or with people that you know, or people that you're aligned with that you want to work together with. There's also information around campaigning and the campaign process, and some tips and tricks on how to be successful as well on our website, as well as voting and the importance of voter turnout. It's not compulsory voting, so obviously a big part of our roles is when you campaign is obviously trying to get people to vote. That's as the nature of non-compulsory voting is. It's all about getting people to vote full stop, regardless of who they vote for. So the TUSA elections are conducted by TUSA staff who act independently of the current state council, and the elections have been structured to prevent bias. So your key contacts in this space are the TUSA returning officer, Eloise Nucky, and their email is here on this slide for you to see, and they're going to be in control of approving campaigning material, general queries, and the general elections officer. The TUSA electoral officer and the chair of the electoral tribunal is Shauna Lee Ward. The electoral tribunal formally assesses any complaints about the election processes, any appeals that may be tabled around any decisions. And to please be sure to read the election procedure linked in our handbook. There'll be plenty of information there around campaigns, what you can and can't do. There's like little quirks of rules around, you're not allowed to campaign in any library spaces, because students are generally studying and they want to focus on, and they should be allowed to just enjoy their study without having students like us trying to pester them to vote. So that's a big thing there.
Thank you all for joining today. I hope this session has given you a clear understanding of the TUSA student election and how you can get involved. Remember, whether you decide to run for a position or participate as a voter, you're playing a crucial role in shaping the future of our university community. If you have any questions or if you need more information, please visit the TUSA website or reach out to us directly. We're here to support you every step of the way. You can download the election handbook on the TUSA website under student representation on our election info page, and it has all the details about the roles, the election process, and handy links to our policies and resources. Don't forget, nomination deadline is on Monday, 9th September, and voting opens on Monday, 23rd September. Let's make this year's election a success.